What's good and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be fixing one of the major problems on the Prelude, and hopefully after today it will be able to hit the road. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you so much for all the recent support on all the videos. I have been dropping every week and I plan to stay consistent, so once again, thank you. If you haven't already, go down below and hit the subscribe button. It only takes 2 seconds and it really helps the channel out. Right now the goal is 500 subs and we're about halfway there, so hit subscribe to support me and join the community. As I was saying, today we're actually going to be doing an oil change. As you can see here, we got some 5W30 and we're going to be fixing the power steering problem so that this car will actually have functioning power steering. So here are all the products that we're using today. As I said before, we have the 5W30, which is just going to be what we're going to use to change the oil. We also have some engine restore, which is going to help us burn a lot less oil because the H22A4 does in fact burn oil, so this will help us with our oil consumption. Obviously we have the oil filter, and lastly we have the power steering stop leak, which will help us get rid of any leaks in the power steering system, as well as act as some fluid, because right now we actually don't have any fluid in the car and I do have to buy some as well. So yeah, also yesterday my dad got me this creeper, which is going to come in handy today, and yeah, let's open it up and check it out. I mean, this thing's pretty simple, but it works, you know? And you got a little reclining thing right there. Sick. All right, well, let's go ahead, jack this thing up and do the oil change. So the car is actually too low to hit the jack point. You can't really see it over there, but the car is too low. All right, so since the car was too low in the front, my dad and I just made these makeshift ramps so the car can, you know, get some height, get some better clearance. Unfortunately, we couldn't cut more than 45 degrees, so it looks kind of steep, but I think this will do. And then obviously we have those to kind of stop me from going over the ramps, but I think we did a really good job for an improv solution here. So let's give it a try. All right, so we got the car all jacked up, and I want to show you guys underneath the car first. I'm gonna try my best to film this, but as you can see here, this is the oil pan and also the oil drain plug and stuff like that. But as you can see, focus, it's not really focusing, but yeah, there you go. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of just oil and residue. Probably was a leak of some sort, but yeah, that doesn't look too good. Unfortunately, this is all I have to drain the oil in, so we're gonna have to make use of this for now. And I don't have a tool for the oil filter, but let's just hope that it's not too tight. So the oil is still dripping, but have a look at how black the oil is. The last oil change was in 2018. That's so crazy. So I just talked to one of my friends about the leak that is apparent down there, and he said that it could be the O-ring, which is a common leak with Hondas or with Preludes at least. So I'm gonna change the oil and then wipe off the oil pan and see how much it drips after, but then we're definitely gonna be getting a new O-ring. Anybody who has any other ideas, please let me know in the comments. It'd be really helpful. All right, so before we take the filter off, the oil filter is actually right above the flex pipe. And obviously when you drain the oil, you don't want that to go all over the flex pipe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some aluminum foil, tin foil, whatever you call it, put it over that so it just drips off into my drain, and then change the filter. All right, so I got the oil filter out. Sorry I couldn't really show you because my GoPro actually doesn't want to work today. So I tried to get the best angle I can. I'm gonna bring you guys under when I put the new one in, but yeah, we just have to put the new one in, and then we're gonna be putting in the oil and the engine restorer with it. Make sure to lube up your oil filter with some oil before putting it back in. Right up there is where the oil filter is, so we're gonna go ahead and put it back in. So we can't find the funnel. I'm just gonna use this water bottle. I did dry out the inside. I'm just gonna put it right in there and put the oil in. All right, so honestly, I eyeballed the 4.5 quarts, and now we're gonna add some engine restorer in there to help it burn a lot less oil. All right, so all that blue liquid's dripping in there. Once that's done, we're gonna run the car. Once you're done that, obviously, we're gonna put the oil cap back on. Make sure you screw it in tightly, unlike Calvin Cabilling, but yeah, there we go. One more thing we're gonna do is actually fill this reservoir with the power steering leak checker. Just look in there, if you can see, it's kind of hard to see, it's empty. There's no power steering fluid at all. So for now, we're gonna run this stuff, and then I'm gonna also pick up some power steering fluid and fill it up. Hopefully that will fix it, and hopefully this will take care of any leaks that are in the system. As you can see, this stuff's nice and red in there. We're just gonna pour it in now. Oh, it's thick. So as you can see, it didn't full it up all the way. It says we're at the lower level, but I mean, it was more than half, so one bottle will do for now, and we're gonna give it a test. All right, now that everything's done, we're gonna go ahead and give her a start and see if we have power steering. All right, here we go. Oh. All right, we're gonna take this thing for a drive and see if we have power steering. So looks like my speedometer does not work. Did not notice that, but I swear it worked before. Power steering does not seem to be fully in yet. Maybe the fluid's not through the lines yet, but it still feels a little bit heavy. And there's some weird noises, obviously. But I mean, not bad. So when I drive the car, I actually don't have power steering, and we're hearing a weird noise coming from this wheel well. So we're gonna go look over the car and see if there's anything wrong. All right, so what's crazy is that I just filled it and it's already empty. And I still don't have power steering, so I don't know if it went into the system. There's also no leaks behind the car, like there's no leaks, so I'm not quite sure. We do have the water from the exhaust, because the exhaust is just rusted out. But other than that, there's no red fluid anywhere, so I am not quite sure why I don't have power steering. All right, well, I guess we discovered some more problems today. I did put some cardboard underneath there to see if there's any leaks in the morning. I know I might need a new O-ring, but other than that, I don't know. Anyways, that's a wrap for today. We did do the oil change. Unfortunately, did not fix the power steering, but that's okay. We'll do some more investigating on that later. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you haven't already, go down below, subscribe, drop a like. We're trying to get to 500 subs on the channel. I appreciate all the love, all the support. Thank you so much. It means a lot. And this car has me working. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. All right, quick update. It's the next day. I actually picked up some power steering fluid from Honda. And I know, stupidly, yesterday I only put in the Lucas stock leak and expected it to work. But right now we have enough power steering fluid, so we're gonna put this in and try again and see if the car works. So as you can see, we're still not full, and it was making a noise, so we're gonna add another one and see if the noise stops. Hopefully it does, because it's a scary noise. All right, well, it's holding its level, which is a good thing. And we do, in fact, have power steering. So I'm so glad it stopped making noise. This is great. So we do have power steering. Oh, this thing is fun already. It can actually turn. Wow. This is great. I'm so happy. So I just drove this thing around the block, and wow, it feels so much fun. The transmission does feel very sluggish though, which is one thing, but it feels fun. It feels like a little small race car. I don't know. I like it a lot. The transmission, I don't know, but it's great. Also, the speedo is working. I don't know why yesterday it wasn't working, but the speedo is working, so that's great.